Man, I love the Tron soundtrack. It's awesome. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got my Pebble on, so any tweets is really going to be cool because it's just going to distract me by vibrating my wrist. So, yes, hello. Wow, you really can't see anyone up here. So, I'm Julian Cheal. I am a certified drone charmer, and I'm here with a little collection of some of my toys. Here are my robots, Thelma and Louise, who we'll see later on. And, oh, let me just start. So, oh, where's the mouse gone? There he is. Right, so, I'm here today to talk to you about robotics, mainly to do with R2, which is a Ruby library to control all the robots. And if you're not so much into Ruby, there's also a JavaScript library, Cylon.js. Sorry, the screen doesn't quite fit. And if you're one of the new hipsters, you can also do GoBot. So you can actually now control robots with all the things. So, right, let's get started. So, when you do any programming language, the first thing you always do is hello world. But in the robotics world, the first thing we do is blink. So let's just get this camera set up and let's plug this in. So many cables. Okay. Let me just get set up over here. Oops. It would help if I could spell. Right, okay. So, let's see if this works. Sorry, let me just plug this in. Sorry, you'll be able to see everything in a second. So, for those of you who don't know, this is an Arduino. If I move my camera over here, and can we see that? So here's a little Arduino with tons of cables and a little LED that shouldn't be on just yet. And basically, the code to turn an LED on and off with R2 is really easy. As you can see, it's just a few lines of code, and every second, we're just going to toggle the LED. So let's just run that now, see if that works. Let's go find the camera again. Oh, where's the camera? Whoa. Yay! So that's silly microphone. This is basically the simplest thing you can do in robotics, and to be honest, this is what most of your devices do. They just blink on and off, you know. So we're pretty much there. So yeah, that's all I got. No, that's so. As you can see, that's just a few lines of code to turn on one LED, and you're thinking, well, that's pretty cool. But wouldn't it be cool if we could like have different colors? Because that was obviously just a green LED. So turns out if you want to do an RGB LED, it's basically like one LED, but there's three of them: red, green, and blue. And so this code here is slightly longer, but not really that much different. It just randomizes turning on and off the different RGB colors. So if I just plug this back in and move my blink. I named all my files really usefully, but I can never remember when I'm up here what they're called. RGB. Okay, so let's run that. So this is really, it's like being in a mirror, you know, everything's in reverse. So you can't really see that on the screen. Maybe if I hold it up. So in just you know, this few more lines of code, we're basically randomizing RGB colors, which again is kind of cool. So like, you know, with not that much Ruby, you've now got your own inbuilt home disco. So that's kind of cool, right? Where's the mouse? So Oh, sorry, 2 screens to the mouse. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. So the really cool thing with R2 is that it's written in Ruby, and sorry, my microphone keeps moving. It's all this hair. So there's a company called Hybrid Group based in LA, and they've basically rewritten Ruby serial, which makes all of this possible. Because now, before, you used to have C bindings, but because of their hard work, Ruby serial now works across Rubinius, MRI, and JRuby. So if you could all do me a favor and all tweet Ron Evans, dead program, and say, hey, Ron, thanks for Ruby serial, you're awesome, or something like that. Because if it wasn't for this guy, I would just be standing here not doing anything. So if not while I'm talking, because you should really be paying me attention, but if you could all tweet Ron saying how awesome he is, that would be brilliant. OK, so what have we done? We've turned on 1 LED. We've turned on 3 LEDs in one little box. And that's kind of cool. Let's have a look at my list, see what's next. Ah, right, yes. So I've got my little box of tricks down here. So unfortunately, due to the Wi-Fi, I couldn't get this little guy working. Hold it up to the camera. This is a Spark core. It's basically an Arduino-compatible device with built-in Wi-Fi. And the really cool thing with it is it has this whole cloud infrastructure behind it. So you can actually have an API for your LEDs. So you could do all sorts of crazy things with that. You know, the world is your possibility. So some people have used it so people ring their doorbell and it will flash a light when they're down the pub so they know someone's at their house, or all sorts of crazy things. But unfortunately, because the Wi-Fi's been a bit flaky, I can't get it working. But you can all come and have a look at this later. It's really cool. It's by an American company. They started on Kickstarter, and it's pretty awesome. So that's kind of cool. Ah, yes, I remember the next one I wanted to do. So let me just unplug this. OK, right. Google Chrome. OK, so this is just really nice and simple. I don't know if you can see this. It's basically 2 tiny little LEDs on something no bigger than the USB socket. It's called a DigiSpark. It's kind of like an Arduino, but incredibly small. So if we just plug this in, I just run the code. What you can do, it's so small, it will just plug straight into your laptop, and you wouldn't even notice it. And what would be really cool is if you could have it connected up to, say, Travis CI, so you would know if your build is working or if it breaks. So let's just imagine we're running Travis. Yay, it works. No, it doesn't. Or the other way. No, it doesn't. Yay, it works. So yay. And as you can see, it's just really simple. We just tell it which pins the LEDs are in. We tell it every second to toggle. But you know, you could connect this up to Travis or anything like that, and it can just plug into your laptop. And you don't even need any resistors or anything. I just jammed these LEDs straight in. So I don't know if you can see how small it is. It's pretty cool, right? So yeah, this is all basically the hello world of LEDs. So yeah. OK, let me see if I can do this without breaking. So as you can see, it's not that much code to turn on 1 LED or an RGB LED or even 2 LEDs. But what happens if we've got 60 LEDs? See if I put that like that. So, oops, no. Go on, you can stay there. Goodbye. Right. So, the cool thing about this is it's all just programming. So this is an RGB LED strip. There are 60 LEDs on there. So you don't really need much more code than we've seen. And if you know how to use arrays in Ruby, you can pretty much control the whole thing. So if I find the other end of this cable. So this RGB LED strip is from Adafruit, and they have a lot of C code for it. But I'm currently porting it to be able to control with Ruby. So I won't show you the code because it's really awful at the minute. But if I plug this in, it should plug it the right way around. Is that working? Yay! So now, as I said, you can have your own disco at home, and you can you could connect this up to music, or you could connect it up to some of my other toys I've got here, and it's just so fun, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's only like 3 wires, some other bits and bobs, and as soon as I release my Ruby library in a few weeks, it should just be super, super simple. So, yay, that's great fun. Awesome. Right, let's see what's next. Cool, so I think we've done all the LEDs, so that's applause. Yes, we've done that. Excellent. Okay, what's next? Ah, yes, you all want to see drones, don't you? Okay, let me just put the battery in. I really need to hire a beautiful assistant. But they don't come cheap these days, what with all these labor laws. Actually, I'm so glad to be here in Boulder, because I actually got taken to passport control because they couldn't understand why I would want to come to a conference and why anyone would want to listen to me speak. I mean, I'm still wondering that, but so I'm so glad they let me in, which is really nice of them. Right, okay, so this is a Parrot AR drone, so hopefully I should be able to connect to it. The only problem is it's Wi-Fi, so there tends to be a bit of interference. So, where is it? Nope. Aha, right. So, drone simple demo. Let's see if this works. So, again, this is all using R2. It's just a few lines of code. So, if the demo gods are with us, it should be able to take off, hover, and then land. So, everyone, fingers crossed that this works. What did I call my library? I named them after each device, and I still can't find it. I'm sorry. You just look at the flashy lights while I... Oh, no. I know it's in here somewhere. Maybe it's just this. That doesn't... Sorry, my case has gotten a bit crumpled with flight incidents over the past few months. Let's put it on the floor, see if that's a bit better. Oh, the case is broken. Sorry about this. Actually, let's use this case. So while I'm faffing this, basically, this is it's more or less like a mobile phone. It's got all of the, it's got a camera, it's got a magnetometer, it's got sonar. Fingers crossed. Demo gods, please. Sorry. I think if you could like turn off all your Wi-Fi stuff, that might help, because there's a bit of, because it runs over UDP, you know, that great old-fashioned. Oh no, sorry. Never work with children, animals, or drones. That's why I brought two for a backup. Okay, last time. Hope this works. So I actually live at sea level, and I didn't realize that we're like a mile up. There's like no air here. I know people get high in Colorado, but I didn't realize it was from lack of oxygen. Right. Oh, okay, let's try this one. Very sorry about this. Actually, let's just try it without the case. Okay, if I try it without the case, you have to promise you won't be killed. It was in the code of conduct that I am not responsible, so... Fingers crossed. Sorry. Problem is that the TSA don't like these, and they tend to rip open my boxes and don't really take care of them, so I'm worried that they might be a little bit broken. Okay, last try. Age-old thing, it works in development, but ops problem now, something like that, isn't it, in production? Okay. Here we are. There we go. So as you can see, just a few lines of Ruby and a lot of faffing about. Okay, you can go now. Land. Yay! Right. So that's kind of cool, right? You know, that's just a little tiny bit of Ruby, and you can basically control a flying device. But it's not that interesting just controlling it with a few lines of code, watching it land and take off. You kind of want to control it through the medium of dance. Oh, yeah, actually, while we're talking about that, I did actually give the wrong talk title. This is actually meant to be Dancing with Robots, not Dancing with Drones, because drones tends to be a loaded word. So every time you talk about it, remember it's robots, not drones. Right, so anyway, this is my PlayStation 2 dance mat, which I'm sure you all have at home. So, not that the demo gods are on my side. I think it was probably all the beer yesterday. But if this works, we should be able to control the drone with a dance mat. Controller, PS. So I've actually written the library for this, and so I haven't published it yet to GitHub, but again, I should probably show you the code, shouldn't I? Where's the mouse? Oh, there it is. So it's called Drone Style. And basically, we just get the drone to take off, and when I press up, it goes, it takes off. When I press up, it goes up. When I press down, it goes down. You know, it's pretty simple stuff. It's not that complicated. So this will all be on the R2 library soon, and you can pick these up on eBay pretty cheap, which is kind of cool. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Let's see if this works. They should. There we go. Turn down a bit. Why aren't you moving? Well. Hang on a second. Having a bit of a mental moment. For some reason, it wasn't actually listening to me. Oh. Let's see. I don't know why everything doesn't like me today. There we go. Now we're cooking. Whoa! So there we go. Just because drones and robots, they love music and they love dancing, and oh, the amount of hours we've had playing with this, it's so fun. So yeah, that was Dancing with Drones. I don't know why I'm wearing a suit. This is a British tweed suit, and this is meant for British weather. And it's 30 degrees here, which to you sounds cold, but that's Celsius. So I think that's hot in Fahrenheit. I'm not sure. So anyway, that was all of that code. Okay, so while we've got the drone, let's find some more bits of toys. we've got in here. So I was one of the 5 people in the world that bought an Ouya. And so this is actually an Ouya controller. Oh, you got one too. Awesome. So I've actually written the Ruby library for this. So let me just get that set up. So hang on. Let's just see. Let me just open up my show notes. Completely professional we are in here. Okay. Right. So. I've lost the mouse again. There it is. So I've got a PS3 controller too, which basically you can use to fly the drone around. But oh, here it is. But I won't do that because it's actually more fun to do it at the dance mat. But it's kind of cool because you've got the 2 thumbsticks and you can control it, and that's kind of cool. And again, the code is pretty simple. It listens to what button, and then this just prints out what it is. But you could get it to do all sorts of things. And so let me just connect the Bluetooth while I'm talking to you. So this connects over Bluetooth to the Mac and then uses R2 and uses my Ouya library to control it. And the giant screen, too big, there it is. So the code is really, really simple. So basically, you press the O button, it prints an O to the screen. So if I load up the code, I can Ruby controller. Oh yeah. Right. Can you see that kind of? So if this works, hopefully I should just press O. You can see the O button's being pressed. If I press the trigger, the bumpers, they've been pressed. And you can use this to control anything. You might be at home. You might want to listen to some music. Maybe you just want to do some dancing. Maybe you need more volume. So now we can listen to music at home. How cool is that? All just with a controller. And so you can kind of just be like walking around, you can go to your friend's house, hey, how you doing? And then just rickroll them from behind your back. That's kind of cool, right? I like that, that's really fun. And as I show you, the code is like super, super simple. It basically uses an evented system, so this publishes the event, R2 listens to it, and then the world is your oyster. Not a Rocky Mountain oyster, but the world is your oyster. What you do with it. So let me just bring this back over here. So, yeah, so that's controllers too. I'm sorry, I'm so haphazard today. But this is fun, right? You having fun? Yeah. Woo! Excellent, okay. Yes, right. So, more toys. Let's see if this works. So, have any of you ever seen one of these before? Take that as a no. It's called a, pardon? Yeah, Leap Motion. Woo! And so the Leap Motion is really cool. It basically has some, hang on. Looking for cables, there they are. So it basically has infrared and some cameras and can detect your hands. And so people use them for games, and now people are sticking them on the front of an Oculus Rift, which is kind of cool. So you've got 3D immersion, and you can see where your hands are. But you know me, I kind of like faffing about, and I like music. So I thought, so we will need music on this one, please, Mr. Maestro. So I thought, what would be more cool than making, I should probably find the code. Beach ball of death. Why Chrome? Oh well, okay. There is no camera, there is no spoon, there is no demo. Don't know what's going on anymore. Okay, well, you don't need to see the code for I've just quit singing. Oh, there we go. Right, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I thought, how cool would it be to use a leap motion to make karaoke? Everyone likes karaoke, right? So, let me see if this works. So you know the song Harder, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk? You often see videos of people with it tattooed on their arms and they're doing body movements and other people are doing all kind of crazy things. Oh, I thought, why not do it with a leap motion? So basically it will detect when my hand is there and hopefully play the sounds for the song. I guess not. Hang on, let's try this again. Why, demo gods? Oh, I know why, because it got broke in my bag, sorry. And so it's not actually connected. Why did I think this would be a good idea? I don't know. Come on. Anyway, I think this actually may have died, so... And the idea was it was going to be playing all of the sounds, so yet again, another broken demo, so let's get rid of that one. That's useless. It's all going wrong. I just want to cry. Okay. What have we got next? So we... what else have we got in here? Ah, yes. More things that will probably go wrong. So have any of you seen one of these? So I didn't actually have my power cable, so luckily the lovely Riley lent me hers, so thank you, so I can now charge it. And it turns out that the company that makes these are actually in Boulder, so it was completely unintentional that I was going to be doing that. So you just shake the little thing to wake it up, and if I just connect to it with the Bluetooth, come on. Yeah, the people that make these things, they really need to make them easier to connect. So it's basically, it's got some motors in, it's got LEDs. It obviously doesn't seem to have Bluetooth. Oh, there we go. Pair. Right, okay. Connected. Running. Right, let's open Chrome again. Let's just bring this over here. So, whoa, what I'm actually doing with this is I'm getting it to randomly just roll around and come up with random colors. And as it's doing that, so actually I've written this demo in Cylon.js because I'm using WebSockets. And the Sphero is sending all of its XYZ data and its color data to the Cylon server, which is then talking to a Node server, which is talking to Page.js, which is drawing colors on the screen. Randomly all in the same corner, but that's kind of cool, right? So yeah, these things are kind of cool, aren't they? So you could just let it kind of roll around and see what he does. And they can make kind of pretty pictures of art. So I kind of like that. I haven't got my applause picture anymore, so we should applause now. Only 2 minutes, that's crazy. Oh, right, okay, let's go really, really quick. So, I only just learned about this thing. Can we have more music? So basically, as I said, robots like music, I like music. This is a synthesizer written so you can write things in Ruby. So I haven't got time to go through it, but you can make it play notes. Like that. And I can't change workspaces because it's too big. Come on. So basically, let's just make this smaller. Oh no, it's all going wrong. Okay, you can't see the code, so I can't drag it back for some reason. But basically, you just write a few lines of Ruby, and you can make music. And you can then make whole songs. See if you recognize this one. And it's not just Ruby synthesizers that you can play with these days. There's something called processing, which is an awesome library that artists tend to use. And this is all written in Ruby, and it's basically generating wave files to dubstep. How cool is that? Especially with the LEDs, too. So, as I'm now being kicked off the stage, I think I'll just leave you with just this one thing. Thank you very much. I've been Julian Cheal. You've been wonderful. Good night.
Man versus many machines, I call that a draw.
By the way, this is only $2. This country is awesome.
You have to stop being on stage. I have to feed these people.
Do we not have time for questions? Good, because I have no idea what I'm doing, right?
Ask him in person.
Yes, I'm here all night. I'll be in the bar, so. Thank you. Thank you.